Ringo TV Reactions, back at you again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Let's get down to business. So, we're dealing with the situation with Marlon Wayans. Yeah, that's right. Marlon Wayans. That's right. For some reason, he's making the news for basically, I guess, condemning those who saved the brother the other day at the so-called Montgomery situation, the boat brawl fest. Yeah, that's right. Marlon Wayans decided to become a raccoon, and he's receiving a lot of backlash on social media. And I just thought that I share my 2 cents on what's going on, because to me, he was disrespecting the fans. To me, he should have never said nothing. And there's a lot of raccooning in the industry. And before we jump into this, let's take a listen to his brother, because maybe we can learn something from the brother to perhaps help us in this situation. So let me play the tape with the brother, and hopefully we can learn something from this, right? So let's take a listen to this. Commentary and criticism, fair use.
Move some shit over there, go get that rich nigga and put you on TV to represent the people, you know? You have you asking your questions like, let me just throw this out at you. You respond any way you want. Is there racism in America?
Wow.
You be sitting there thinking about that paycheck, talking about, no, sir.
Me personally, Skip.
Now think about that. Anytime them folk need a raccoon to come into the public to, I guess, water down the situation, they always send one of these ninjas. You understand? Now let's check out this other raccoon right here, just so that we can get an understanding. Now I'm gonna play it back from the top so that we can hear it again. And salute to everybody coming in the building. Be sure to click the like button one time. You know, these raccoons, man, it's really crazy. You know, and this guy right here, this guy's a major raccoon. A major raccoon, a big hypocrite. Loves to talk a lot about everybody else. You know, always raccooning all day long. But I'm going to rewind it back to the top so you could kind of get an understanding of what's going on. And then we're going to get to what Marlon had to say on his social medias, because he was very disrespectful. And I'm going to break it down, because a lot of people, they're talking about it, but they're not breaking it down. So let's play this back to the top.
Anytime white people want to smooth some shit over, they go get that rich nigga and put you on TV to represent the people, you know?
That's a fact.
You have you asking your questions like, let me just throw this out at you. You respond any way you want. Is there racism in America? You be sitting there thinking about that paycheck, talking about, no, sir.
You be thinking about that paycheck. No, sir. No, sir, massa. Let's listen to this clown right here.
Me personally, Skip, I don't listen to anything Kyrie has to say, and he's a conspiracy theorist. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about this idiot.
And I believe, what Kyrie did caused some harm to a lot of people.
He's being unwittingly used to promote hatred and anti-Semitism.
Him putting out a tweet, supporting a film with anti-Semitic tropes and stuff like that was inexcusable. It was insensitive. It was juvenile. It was stupid.
It's been nonstop drama since the day Kyrie Irving has stepped foot into that organization.
Now notice this, ladies and gentlemen. All of those guys that you just finished seeing, all of them are raccoons. All of them. All raccoons. Massa have control over them for that check. This is what they do. Now, think about how they were all speaking negative of Kyrie. They wanted to take Kyrie out of business. They really tried to destroy the brother. Tried to take the brother's money away and ruin his life. The other day, I caught a stream. I think it's Willie D Live. He did a stream. He had another brother up on there. And they pretty much was going in talking about the situation with what's going on. And it's really crazy, because they really tried to take out Kyrie, stop his money, stop his livelihood. And it's one thing to criticize somebody, but when you raccooning to the point where you tap dancing and buck dancing for massa, right, to try to take away a man's livelihood when he got a family to take care of, that's sick. But this is what they do. And now we see Marlon pretty much doing the same thing. He made a post on his Instagram, says, how about we not try that in a small town? Ish, silly bro. Let's all just be love, not war. What? What are you talking about? So he's basically downplaying the brothers and sisters that came to the defense of the brother that got jumped. He's basically, see, this is the problem when you raccooning. He's basically trying to do what these churches are trying to do. Make us calm down. They always using these coons to pretty much come out and try to stop everybody from reacting to the situation. This is crazy. Let us all just love, not war. What the fuck you talking about? Let us just love and not war. When a brother got jumped. If the brothers and them sisters didn't come out there, boots on the ground, that black man would have been dead. And then you had the young 16-year-old jumped into the water swimming. He didn't even care. He jumped into the water. He didn't even care about his life. He was like, nah, I see a black man over there getting beat. And the spirit of the ancestors jumped into that brother and he flew into the water. How in the world could Marlon come on his social media with all of those followers and talk about, well, you know, let us all just love and not war? What? That's crazy. He's basically condemning the brothers and sisters that stepped up to the plate. That was the first time in a very long time that I seen some unity amongst black folk. And it was a beautiful moment, you know? And it's like the raccooning gotta stop, fam. It really gotta stop. Now, we're gonna get into the comments because the people were roasting him. The people roasted Marlon Wayans. They destroyed him in the comments. You know what I mean? He started crying, you know what I mean, and whatnot. Now, I want to go back to the footage because I want you to listen as we break this stuff down. Because they always do this, fam. They always send out these rich raccoons to come out there and do the dirty work to try to make us all bow our knee. It's like right now they trying to get Neo, they trying to get him to bow his knee and apologize. We're going to have to do a video on that situation too. They trying to get him to bow the knee too. You know, because he said some words and for whatever reason, what he said was the right thing. But you know how it is in this sick culture. They're trying to get him to most likely apologize like they did Jamie Foxx, the clone. You know? But let's get back to the tapes.
No, sir.
I me personally, Skip, I don't listen to anything Kyrie has to say.
Notice he don't listen to anything Kyrie have to say. Raccooning for massa.
And he's a conspiracy theorist.
He's a conspiracy theorist. This is what they do to you. Anytime you're a person that, you know, you're talking about different issues, they say, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. To just brush you off as if though you're not important.
We ain't talking about that. We're talking about this idiot.
Now, he just said we're not talking about that. We're talking about this idiot disrespecting Kyrie. Now watch the other raccoon right here.
And I believe, what Kyrie did caused some harm to a lot of people.
Caused some harm to a lot of people. In other words, the Jewish community. So in other words, the things that Kyrie says was so bad that it caused so much harm to another community, but yet our people endured the transatlantic slave trade. Let that make sense, people. Let that make sense. It's interesting to me how all of these men are supposed to be black, but yet they're not really brothers. See, this is something that you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen. You got a lot of raccoons out here that pose and they look like us, but they're not really with us. They don't really represent the black community. They don't really represent the struggle. See, I already done know where I came from. I already done know all the struggles I've been through. I already done know about the days when I didn't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? But see, these guys, they get some money, they get some wealth. All of a sudden, they forget everybody. You know, they're more concerned about the struggles of another community of people, but they're not there to focus on the struggles of black people every day. What have these men did collectively for the black community? Absolutely nothing.
He's being unwittingly used to promote hatred and anti-Semitism.
So let me get this straight. Kyrie is being used to promote hate and anti-Semitism, and a black man is talking about that as if though he really cares. So you mean to tell me this brother here, he cares about another community more, and they're taking everything that Kyrie said as if though he's a monster? See, they were really trying to destroy that man for a long time. And this is what raccoons do in the industry.
Him putting out a tweet, supporting a film with anti-Semitic tropes.
So let me get this straight. So supporting a film with anti-Semitic tropes and all this other stuff is his concern, but yet they got black films that just depict us as slaves and being tortured and whipped. And for whatever reason, none of those films, nobody ever boycott or even give any pushback to any of those films. Right? Nobody concerns about how that makes us feel every time Hollywood release a new film that is a bunch of garbage depicting black people as slaves. How many slave movies are we going to watch? You know? But he's more concerned about what Kyrie had to say that affects some other community, as if though his words were so hurtful that an entire community of people are sitting back crying and stressed over what Kyrie said. I am tired of seeing black men cower down like this, fam. And there are so many raccoons in the industry. This is why you can't take these people serious, fam. You, the people, have the power, and you got to have sense not to take anything from these guys. These guys are all raccoons.
And stuff like that was inexcusable. It was insensitive. It was juvenile. It was stupid.
Do you see how these guys are paid to scold black people? They're paid by massa to come out with the taskmaster's whip. These are those same kind of spirits that were there during slavery, where you would have black men and women would try to revolt and come against master to pretty much free themselves, and you would have that one raccoon that would go to Massa. Massa? Yeah, Massa? Massa, now, sir. Sir. Massa, I've seen in the yard, I seen Jeffrey and Willie. They said, Massa, that they're planning to escape and they want to kill you. I said, Massa, I don't want them to kill you. I love you, Massa. Massa, I love you. Massa, you hungry? We's are hungry. We's are hungry, Massa. That's how the raccoons are. And these guys are making a lot of money, but this is how they are in the real world. You got guys like this on the 9 to 5. Some of you experience these kind of raccoons. They're always there to appease massa. They're never there to support their own people. Look at this other one right here. Check it out.
It's been nonstop drama since the day Kyrie Irving has stepped foot into that organization.
So since he stepped foot into the organization, he's been a problem. Do you see how all of them was working collectively by the devil to destroy a man's career? Well, that's exactly what Marlon Wayans is doing. The same kind of raccooning. The same kind of raccooning, y'all. Check out what he had to say now. Now, I'm going to play it straight through. I'm not going to interrupt. I'm going to play it straight through. I'm going to let you hear what he said in context. I want you to hear it so you can hear the disrespect.
And why would I criticize black people for defending themselves? That's the thing about social media, man. It's left for interpretation. Y'all tripping. It make no fucking sense. None at all. I shouldn't even address it. It's that stupid. But, people want to make articles, interpretation. Do it. I don't care. Black people know I love black people. I'm black. I woke up to a bunch of stupid-ass Google alerts with a bunch of stupid-ass sites. misinterpreting my entire post. Why the fuck would I criticize black people for defending themselves? I'm black. The fuck? Nobody knows irony anymore, huh? Guess that just went out the window. It's the irony of the song. Stupid asses.
Now, do you see how he just called you all stupid asses? He just disrespected you folks. That's right. See, a lot of people, they're not paying attention. They read his post, but y'all not realizing how he disrespected you, the viewer, the fan. You know? Let's break that back to the top, and let's kind of break it down so we can listen to what he had to say.
Would I criticize black people for defending themselves?
Now he's playing dumb because he's saying, like, why would I criticize black people for defending themselves? But that's exactly what he did. He's basically saying, let's not war, let's love. No, those people needed to have their ass handed to them. And that's exactly what happened. You understand? They jumped the brother, right? The spirit of the ancestors jumped into all of those guys that were there. And they said, we're not going to have this. You know? A young brother even caught the spirit. When have you ever seen a young 16-year-old jump to the defense of another grown man and he's 16? He's 16. The spirit of the ancestors jumped in these people, fam. Even the sisters was on board. You had black women on board, boots on the ground, strapped up, ready to go to war. And sure enough, they did. Everybody was getting hands and feet thrown at them. Everything. You understand? It was like Wakanda all over again. But yet, rather than Marlon Wayans celebrate the victory, he's talking about let us love, not war. That's a nice way of saying, you know, let's turn the other cheek and forgive massa. You know what they teach you in the Christian church, that you're supposed to turn the other cheek. You know? I mean, just hearing that term, turn the other cheek, sounds rather suspect because, you know, the cheek is involved. And it's almost like bend over and take it. That's what it sounds like. Bend over and just take it. Just let people abuse you. No, we're not going to love and not war. We're going to war. Because what that event taught those people is don't fuck with black people. Do you understand? That's what it says. And I'm tired of these cowards in Hollywood that always try to water down what goes on in our community. You know, yeah, you got issues in the black community. We have issues getting along and various other things. But for crying out loud, this event that took place could have cost a black man his life. Nobody seems to be thinking about that. He could have died. What if those folks had knives on them? What if they had a knife and they stabbed the brother? What if they would have put him in a chokehold and he couldn't breathe? They were all jumping on top of him, punching him. They could have killed the brother. They could have killed him. He's there doing his job. He's a security guard or whatever the case is for the dock. Those folks pulled in with their boat, illegally docked their boat. He asked them to move that boat, and most likely they said something out of pocket. I'm hearing from different people that maybe he said a racial slur or whatever the case is to the black guy, and they felt that they were just privileged. They really felt that they were so privileged that nobody could tell them to move their boat. because you had a larger vessel that wanted to dock, but they couldn't because the boat was in the way. So the brother was like, look, fam, y'all can't park that. Y'all can't dock your boat there. Y'all gotta move it. And the white folk was like, nah, who are you to tell us? You're an N-word. And that's when things went out of pocket. You understand? I thought it was going to be a one-on-one fight, because if it was one-on-one, the brother would have won. You already done know the brother had the spirit on him. He was going to take care of himself. But when I start seeing people jumping in, I'm like, hold up. So y'all just going to stand there and watch this man get beat? As soon as I saw the fight and I saw everybody jumping the black man, I'm like, oh man, this is not good. This is not good. And that's when I seen, I think one guy he tried to come in. And notice, I'm not playing the video because obviously this is YouTube. They have different rules. But there was a certain point where a brother came running down to save the brother. And one of the white guys took a swing at him, if you watch the video carefully. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing? He took a swing at a brother for trying to come in to break it up. That's when I knew it was going to be on and popping. They felt that they could push you around. They felt that they were above you guys. And that's exactly how a lot of black men been lynched. That's how a lot of black men lost their lives because of stuff just like that. They were by themselves and there was no one there to save them. And a group of them folks came out of nowhere, beat the brother up and threw him up on a tree. This is how they do it, man. But guess what happened? The tables turned. All of the brothers said, heck no, we're not going to allow this. And the brothers came up together, and the sisters too. They strapped up their boots. They came on down to the boat area, and they said, you know what? We're going to take all of y'all out. Y'all not going to do this to this brother. It's not going to go down. It's not going to go down. What do you mean? Who these black guys think they are coming over here? You know? And they took all of them out, fam. Beat them down to the ground. And it was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment in time. Because what it showed is that black people can stick together if they want to. If they really want to, they can come together. You know, this is just a still image of, you know, what went down, you know? I mean, come on now. If you really think about this, the fight was between just that guy, those two. But they didn't play by the rules. They didn't play fair. You see? They didn't play fair. They decided to jump the brother. See? He could have lost his life right there. They could have been kicking him in the head. Because think about this. Even the Caucasian woman was involved in the fight too. Everybody was throwing hands on the black man. You see? So they could have killed him. They could have killed him, fam. But notice what happened. You see that right there? You see that? That is how you're supposed to be in the black community. Rather than killing and fighting one another, you brothers and sisters, y'all supposed to really be united at all times. Ready for war. Ready for when the enemy come in. Ready for when a police officer try to beat up one of your brothers. Rather than standing there with your cell phones going World Star, you pack them up. You understand? Forget all of that mess about, oh, that's the police. Fuck the police, fam. If you in your hood, brothers and sisters, y'all got to listen to me carefully, fam. If you in your hood and a brother didn't do nothing wrong, he didn't do nothing wrong. Y'all know he didn't do nothing wrong. And the police is ransacking him, beating him up, punching him in the face, and y'all standing right there, y'all need to handle y'all business. Handle your business. The public is going to have your back because once all y'all get arrested, the GoFundMe's is going to be thrown up and we're going to all support you to get you out. Y'all got to stand firm because that's the only way you're going to be respected. The reason why the police come into the communities and abuse the people is because the men in the community are weak. If a bunch of black men would stand up and tell the police, look, you lay one hand on him, we gonna fuck you up, bro. It's over. Facts. That's how it's supposed to be. But see, now we got a lot of these content creators, they be coming on YouTube, right? And they start off their videos, well, before I talk, I don't condone any violence. I don't condone this and I don't condone that. Man, please sit down. Please sit down and stop raccooning for massa. We talking about protecting yourself. We talking about self-defense. When anybody come in the black community and they disrespect or they try to brutalize a young brother, you black men in the community supposed to rise up as an army and make it very clear to anybody, law enforcement, whoever it is, that is not going to happen here. You're not going to put any hands on this brother. If he committed a crime, then hey, you can do your arrest, but be respectful and understand that he got rights. If you get out of pocket, we're going to pack you up. You're going to have to just take us all out because we're just not going to tolerate this. And that's exactly what happened here. These brothers came up with the spirit on them to execute judgment. They didn't care if those folks had guns, knives. They didn't care. They came up there with the spirit. You understand? And you see what happened right there? You see what happened? Even with the police there, pepper spraying everybody, the pepper spray didn't do nothing. The brothers could see even with the pepper spray being sprayed. And they were tearing everybody up. You understand? I just saw bodies hitting the floor. Bodies was being thrown in the water all over the place. See this? The brothers pulled up by the boat like, y'all not going nowhere. Come on out. Come on out and play. And it was a beautiful day. So why would Marlon come on social media and downplay the whole thing, trying to condemn the brothers for going to war? How you gonna condemn these men for going to war? If they didn't step up to the plate, that black man would have died, man. I'm telling you, he would have died. We would have read it on the news. Black security guard dead. He couldn't breathe. He was being kicked and stomped in the head, and he died at the scene. Details at 10. And everybody would have felt bad. You understand? But no, these black men right here deserve an award for their heroic efforts. And the sisters too, because it wasn't just black men. You had sisters as well that was laying hands on these folks. And they even threw one woman in the water. I mean, they just had the power on them. They were just knocking bodies out. So why would Marlon condemn this as if, oh, y'all should just love? What are you talking about, love? They jumped this brother right here. They tried to kill him. They tried to kill this brother. He was doing his job. How would you feel, fam? You at your 9 to 5 trying to survive, bruh. Think about all the BS you got to deal with at your 9 to 5, all the headaches, all the drama. You just trying to get through your day. And you tell somebody, fam, you got to move your boat. And then like, F you, ninja, I'm privileged. And you're like, my goodness, man, come on, man. I can't, not today. And now they want to fight. And they jump you. You at the job trying to do your job. Because it happens where people, you at your 9 to 5 and a customer get out of pocket. Next minute, they arguing with you. And it's a lot of stress, man. It's a lot of stress people deal with. And I'm pretty sure that brother dealt with a lot of stress. And to have that happen to him, he probably thought he was finished. Rather than Marlon come online and say, hey, I really want to celebrate the brothers and sisters that came out to the defense. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate them. No, he didn't do that. He said that we shouldn't war. We should just love. In other words, be a good old boy and turn the other cheek. Don't protect yourself. Just turn the other cheek. Because, you know, in the Christian church, this is what they teach. They teach you that, you know, Jesus said, you know, you got to turn the other cheek. Really? I'm not doing that. But Ringo, Jesus said to turn the other cheek. Really? That's what he said? Okay, so let me get this straight. So if my daughter, right, if my child, right, was outside and a grown man come and slap the shit out of my daughter, what the fuck you think I'm supposed to do? You think I'm gonna tell my daughter, oh, turn the other cheek and let him slap the other side? No, I'm putting hands on him. I'm going to jail that day. His days will be over. For my kid, I'm going to prison. You're finished. I'm gonna release the wrath of God on you, fam. The wrath of God is coming your way. You touch my daughter, bro, it's over. It's over. There's no mercy. I don't give a fuck, bro. You could be like, yo, Ringo, man, but your videos, you be talking about God. Bro, you mess with any of my kids, bro, it's over. All bets off the table, bro. You're finished. You don't want that to happen to you, bro. So I laugh at people when they say, turn the other cheek. You turn the other cheek. If somebody sexually violate your daughter and you know who did it, you turn in the other cheek, or you gonna go out there and handle your business? Which one? Are you a coward like these raccoons? This dude is supposed to be celebrating these people, not trying to water it down and condemn their acts, their heroic acts. Why? So let me get this straight. Because they're black, you want to water down the situation? But yet if it's some white guys that save somebody, we want to praise them as heroes. Right? But because the black folks kicked ASS, all of a sudden now, let's love, not war. This is crazy, man. You know? I think a sister made a comment right here. She says, well, the entire video shows why this group protected their brethren. If they would have just moved their boat like they were asked instead of assaulting the employee, this wouldn't have happened. I commend everyone who protected one another, especially the young man who swam, I guess, to help. The black people didn't start it, but baby, they finished it. Bullying and bigotry is never cool. Every action has consequences. And see, this is the problem. Marlon could have came on his social media and said what the sister said. She has more sense than him, and he got a platform with millions of followers. Let that make sense. Let that make sense, fam.
That's the thing about social media, man.
Now he's blaming social media. That's the thing about social media. In other words, everybody took his post out of context.
It's left for interpretation. Y'all tripping.
He said that we're tripping. See, he's being disrespectful. Rather than him own it, rather than him say, you know what, my bad, you know what I'm saying, if I offended anybody by my post, I'm going to take it down and come back with another post, I guess trying to clarify whatever the case is. Instead, he's being defiant. You know what I mean? And he's trying to make you think that you know, he's basically playing with your intelligence. You know what he did is out of pocket, but he's trying to save face right now, act like, you know, y'all just took his words out of context. You know, the sister said, Marlon, shut up, respectfully. Now is not the time to be a token nigga. We not in the mood. In other words, the sister already know what he doing. See, it's something about us. We could tell when somebody raccooning. You could tell. And a lot of black women, they can definitely tell when you pussy. They could tell right off the top. They're like, you supposed to be celebrating these people. Why are you over here trying to water it down?
Makes no fucking sense.
He said it makes no sense.
None at all. I shouldn't even address it. It's that stupid.
Notice, he said it's that stupid that he should have never addressed this. But he did. See, he's disrespecting you folks who follow him. You see? You folks who follow Marlon, He's disrespecting you by saying that you're stupid just for responding to the situation. Now, it's one thing to be stupid, but there's another thing when you're not stupid and somebody's calling you stupid. Because you had enough sense to realize that his comments was out of pocket concerning the situation. And shout out to Williams for the $10 support. All right, let's get back to this.
But, you know, people want to make articles, interpretation.
So now he took some shots at people who make articles, people that interpret the situation. All of a sudden, now they're all bad guys. But hey, you posted, right? You made the post. You could have made something that would have vibed with the people. You had that opportunity. You talking about let's love, not war. Come on, man. You sound crazy. You sound crazy saying stuff like that. That's raccooning, man, at its best. You know? DJ Pooh says, I don't even call it violence when it is in self-defense. Call it intelligence. Malcolm X. And that's the thing. It is self-defense. You know? It is self-defense. You see, now check this out, fam. Check this out. The young man that died in New York City. I forgot what his name is, but we did a couple of videos on it where the white guy choked him out. The white guy choked him out, and the other black guy was holding him down. And they killed the brother, a street performer in New York City. They killed him. He didn't do anything. He was just, I guess, talking loud. And for whatever reason, this ex-Marine or whatever the case is, put him in a chokehold, choked him out, and he was labeled a hero. He was labeled a hero, fam, for killing a black man in New York City. You had that DeSantis prick in Florida praising him, right? And they set up a so-called, not a GoFundMe, but some sort of funding for his attorneys, fam, for killing a black man. They praised him. The white community was cheering him on, saying he's a hero for killing a black man that posed no threat. But yet, these black brothers that came to the rescue to save this brother's life, people calling them thugs and animals. Why? Because they beat up some white folk. Do you see how that is? Jordan Neely, that's his name. Appreciate you, D. Jordan Neely. They murdered a guy named Jordan Neely. All the guy did was wanted some food. He wanted some food and some water. He may have been suffering from some sort of issue, and he was a little loud in the subway train. The dude came up from behind him and choked him out. You understand? And they labeled the white guy a hero, and they plastered him all over the news media saying he's a Marine, an ex-Marine. And the white community was praising him as a hero for killing a black man. But these black men saved another brother. And you don't see the so-called community singing their praises as heroes. I'm trying to figure this out, fam. Why not? I'm trying to figure out why the white community is not singing the praises of these guys as heroes. But y'all was singing the praises of the ex-Marine that killed an unarmed black man. Why? You see what I'm saying? Do you see the difference, y'all? This is why in the black community, we're supposed to stick together. Even if we got our differences, even if we got things that we need to work out, we really got to get our act together, because that's the only way you're going to be respected in society. You see? It is what it is, man. But let's get back to this tape here and see what he have to say.
Do it. I don't care. Black people know I love black people. I'm black.
Now he's trying to say he loves black people. I'm black. Come on. It's too late for all of that. You know how we are, fam. Once we see that you cooning, we can't rock with you, fam. Yeah, he tap dancing, fam. He got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, and now he trying to play himself, talking about I'm black. You know, I love black people. I'm black. It's similar when white folk do things, and they be like, oh, I got black friends. I mean, it's so offensive when they say I got black friends. I'm like, look, I didn't ask you all of that. You know what I'm saying? If you got black friends, then cool. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know? I know white folk. It is what it is. I don't have to, hey, you know, I got white friends. You know? It's like when you say that, it's almost like, hey, you can't look at me as if though I don't like black people because I got black friends. You can have black friends and still don't like black people. I know white people that are racist. I do. Like, I know who they are. They know me. And they tell me straight up that they don't like black people. I respect the honesty. Literally. I know people in New York that are racist. They just don't want to be around black folk. That's just hey, they being honest. You know? I'd rather them be straight than be a fake, you know? And there's a lot of different nationalities of people in NYC. And, you know, it is what it is, man. And that's why the black community is supposed to be pretty much together. Even though you got the degenerates and, you know, the bad apples, you still need to have those that's in the community that are really working to make sure that we're on point. Because if we can have that, then the other nations are going to see that we're stronger. But if we're divided, this is why it's so easy for them to come in and infiltrate the community and take over and set up shop and in some instances drive us out. You know what I'm saying? So they could build new condominiums and skyscraper buildings and, you know, the whole gentrification thing going. I mean, they just literally take over the entire community because we allow it, you know? And this kind of cooning from Marlon is a clear example. He should have listened to his brother, you know? And now he trying to act like he ain't do nothing wrong, trying to play dumb, to play with your intelligence.
I woke up to a bunch of stupid ass Google alerts with a bunch of stupid ass.
Do you see how he's saying stupid ass? He's talking about you folks, fam. He's talking about you. He's not just talking about the bloggers and the websites and the tabloids. He's talking about you folks that commented under his video. He's disrespecting you, you know? Shout out to Rebel for Almighty for the $50 support. And salute to V-Dub-Man in the building. What's going on? Says Shalom at Ringo. You get $49.70. Yes, I did the math. Marlon is 2/3. We should focus on keeping our house in order because revelation taking place right now. That's right. You know? It's really crazy, fam, what's going on out here, man. It's really, really crazy, man. Let me see what else we got. I'm just kind of looking at the comments, seeing what's going on. Okay. All right, let's get back to the tape, see what we got here. What's this comment here? Okay. All right, so we got another sister that made a comment. She says, let me see, this is Nature21, says, wait. I'm going to unfollow, but first, I'll frame this video for proper context since Mr. Wayne seems divorced from the truth. A security guard, black, was doing his job and asked a family, white, to move their pontoon boat at this particular dock because they were blocking the loading and unloading zone. Oh, so that makes even more sense. They not only refused, but a member of the party on the boat, again, white, quite literally charged the security guard, again, black, and commenced to physically assault him as if that weren't enough, additional parties on the boat, white, joined the assault, pummeling this man until he defenselessly laid on the ground. And this is what I'm saying. He could have died, y'all.
Sights.
Let me see what else she said. Where we at? Defenselessly on the ground. Okay. Left with no other recourse than to curl up into a defense position while his white mob continued to whoop his ass. Enter the Justice League, the Black Caucus, the now what we not gonna do legion of black men that rode to this man's defense. Rightfully so. The reason they were on their boat during this shot is because, like they cowards they were / are, when backup showed up, they ran. That's exactly what happened. When the brothers came to the scene, they started to flee. They didn't want no smoke.
Misinterpreting my entire post.
He's saying that you misinterpret his entire post. Nobody misinterpreted your post. You know what I mean? You were out there raccooning. That's what happened. So moving back to what she said. She says entire video is out, although Marlon Wayans purposely chose to post this snippet to validate an invalid point. Please, if you haven't already searched and watched before drawing any conclusion, the coonery and coonacity of this post and caption is quite literally astounding, but not surprising. This is the same man, you know what, never mind. United, still racist or nah. Y'all have a great day. That's pretty much what she said. And that's pretty much a good comment. You know? That's definitely a good comment, the way she put that. And he got a lot of pushback. You know, they roasted him, fam. He got roasted in the comments for raccooning.
Why the fuck would I criticize black people for defending themselves?
But that's exactly what you did, clown. You did what you said. You said, let us love, not war. So basically saying that the black folks that were fighting and whooping ASS, that they're wrong for doing it. That we should have loved the enemy. We should have loved the white man and just accept the beat down. That's basically what you're saying. You know? And we got to get out of that mindset, fam. For a long time, we've been following this I have a dream type mess where we have been trained. Now, you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, we the only ones who think like that. Every other nation don't think the way we think, fam, when it comes to people that do us wrong. We think we got to forgive everybody. I'm not forgiving nobody, bro. Anybody do anything to me, it's judgment on sight. Period. Ain't none of that forgiveness, fam. Yeah, but the Bible says to forgive. Forgive? Fam, I'm going for an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. What are you talking about? See, this is the problem. Slavery did this to us, fam. Slavery got us out here forgiving everybody. I mean, you out here being sorry for your enemy, giving them mercy and treatment. They're not going to give you that kind of mercy. Look what they did. Look what they did to this other brother, Tory Lanez, fam. They gave him 10 years. They gave him 10 years. They showed him no mercy, fam. For something that pretty much was a lie. And they used Meg Thee Stallion to pretty much crucify that brother. This is what they do. They do it all the time. You got the raccoons that come against you in the industry, and then you got other people that line you up to destroy you. I mean, when is it going to ever end? You know, it's really sick and crazy out here, fam. But this is what it is.
I'm black. The fuck?
Wow.
Nobody knows irony anymore, huh? Guess that just went out the window. It's the irony of the song.
Now he's trying to spin it like, well, you know, the song that I had playing, it's the song that I was talking about. It's this what I was talking about. Nah, fam, you were raccooning. and it backfired. The people not dumb. Everybody can see between the lines. They know what you were doing, man.
Stupid asses.
Now he just called you stupid asses, y'all. Marlon Wayans just called everybody that had something to say about him stupid asses. This is what he said. That's right. That's exactly what he said, fam. Does that sound like a guy that is loving black people? Does that sound like a guy that recognized that, okay, he did wrong, let's correct the error of my ways? Nah, he don't care. He decided to insult you. So I need for you to think about that, fam. I need for you to think about that. He just insulted all the fans and everybody because his attempt to raccoon for massa failed. It failed, fam. Rather than him make a post and crack a joke and then come in and say, hey, I'm really excited about what happened here. He said, you know what? I'm not going to do that because if I sound like I'm supporting the black folk, I'm not going to be able to get any connections in Hollywood to make a few dollars. I don't want to offend any of the white folk that may control the door that I need to go through. So rather than me, sing the praises of the brothers and sisters that defended the black man, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come from an approach of let's just love and not war. I'm telling you, man, the raccooning never stops, fam. It never stops. So that's all I'm going to say on this situation here, man. Marlon Wayans pretty much has officially joined the ranks of raccoons in the industry that have, sold out, forgot about their people. And in a moment like this, when you think these guys would use their platform to, hey, I would like to talk to the guys that saved this brother, or, hey, let me do something for the young 16-year-old that swam in the water. Rather than him do something like that, he decides to downplay the event as if though we shouldn't war. We should just focus on loving people that abuse us and disrespect us. I'm not doing that, fam. Anybody disrespect me, it's on sight. It's on sight, fam. That's just the way I'm cut from a different cloth. I don't tolerate disrespect. I don't walk around disrespecting people. I don't do that. I treat people with respect. I treat them the way I would like to be treated. If you get out of pocket, then guess what? I'm going to give you that same energy back. It's an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. That's just the way it is, fam. I ain't forgiving nothing. No forgiveness with me. You cross the line on sight. It's just the way it is, fam. But the Bible says to forgive, Ringo. Fam, what did I just say? No forgiveness from me. You could go ahead and forgive your enemies and do all of that other stuff. Not me. It's on sight. You got to pay for what you've done. That's why I live by principles. These are principles that I live by, and I expect other people to follow those same principles. This is why in the Wild Wild West, nobody was killing one another. In the Wild West, people weren't walking around shooting each other. Why? Because everybody was armed. Everybody was armed. Look, if you live in a society where everybody is armed, ain't nobody gonna be quick to draw no gun. Because everybody got a gun. You get what I'm saying? If everybody got a gun on them, ain't nobody gonna be ready to pull out no weapon because we all gonna die. So there's gonna be a little more respect. People gonna be a little more diplomatic. You know what I mean? They're gonna think clear. They're gonna talk it out. And this is why in the Wild West, when men had an issue, they would draw. They would go out in the field and they would draw. It wasn't, no, we're going to throw hands. Look, we're going to settle this by drawing. Last man standing lives. It is what it is. And that's how they settled their issues. And everybody in the town would look on and see what's going on. And okay, they drew. One man died, or sometimes both men die. And they just pick up the bodies and keep it moving. I'm tired of the raccoons. I'm tired of all these people trying to destroy everybody's careers, and I'm tired of black men apologizing to white folk and the Jewish community. I'm tired of seeing that type of stuff, especially when you didn't do nothing wrong. I'm tired of seeing these apologies, man. I don't see nobody apologizing for slavery. I don't see nobody from the white community apologizing. I don't see nobody, fam. I don't see no reparations. I don't see anything. None of these people care about us. Why are we continually bowing our knee, apologizing for every little thing we say? Like, how special of a people these folks gotta be that y'all gotta always compromise your manhood and your integrity by bowing the knee, apologizing. Right now, they want Neo to apologize. He better not. He better not apologize. You know? He better not apologize. We're going to do a video about that too. Because he had some things to say about parents these days that are just not being parents. You know, and they got their kids out here not knowing who they want to be. And, you know, of course, that group is going to be offended, but who cares if they get offended? Why do we always got to apologize every time? You know, why don't we just stand on our square? If you believe something, stand on it. Stand on what you believe. I don't believe in none of that funny boy business, man. I don't believe in none of that rainbow coalition. I don't believe in that. That's what's destroying the earth right now. You know? You know how many different genders it is today, fam? It's confusing, bruh. It's so bad out here, fam. Guys, do you not know that a lot of women in today's day don't even like men? They like women now. A lot of you brothers don't understand that they had some event out here in New York, you know what I mean? And, you know, you had a lot of sisters that were out at this event. A lot of these sisters look good, but all of those sisters, they're not into men. They're into women, fam. You know, and a lot of you guys, you'll be out at these events thinking you can pull a shorty, and it's not that case. They're not interested in you. The world is sick, bruh. It's crazy out here. This is why you don't know what's really going on with these women, bro. And the same thing with these dudes. A lot of you ladies, you know what I mean? You thinking that dude is into women. He's not into women. He's into other men. Look at the other dude. I just made a video about him the other day. You know what I'm saying? He came out as pansexual. Literally. Come out as pansexual. Basically saying that he's into men. Wayne Brady came out the closet, said, hey, I'm into transsexuals, I'm into men, I'm into bisexual, trisexual, whatever it is, I'm into it. I'm like, what? It's crazy. So think about how many guys are out here playing for the other team. And you ladies are thinking everything's sweet. A lot of guys out here, fam. They doing things behind the scenes, and you just don't know. You just don't know what's going on. It's why you gotta be careful out here, man. It's sick. It's really sick, fam. Imagine you trying to holler at a shorty. You thinking this is a woman you trying to holler at, and it's a dude, bro. Come on, man. What has society turned into? And then if you say something, right? If you say something, then they're going to say, oh, you're hating. You're hating. That's crazy, man. Somebody said Neo folded. He folded already, fam. Say it ain't so, fam. Say it ain't so. Please say it ain't so. Can we get a confirmation? Did Neo apologize? Sadly, Neo has already bent the knee. Oh, man. Man. Say it ain't so, bro. Say it ain't so. The chat is saying that he did already, man. These men are weak, bro. These men have no spine. He apologized. Ah, man, yo, the crowd is saying that he apologized. Ah, man, you black men, man. You guys are weak, bro. And I'm not talking about all the brothers. I'm talking about you spineless males. You mean to tell me this dude said all of that good stuff and then turn around and apologize? When you apologize, man, you've been emasculated as a man. That mean that Neo must have had gotten approached by them boys. This is crazy, man. Man, oh man. He apologized to the Transformers in his apology. If anybody got any info on this apology, just send it to my Instagram at Ringo TV Raw. You know what I mean? I'm probably going to get 1,000 people sending me the same message, but just send me the information so I can make another live about that situation, because I thought that he was going to stand his ground. I really thought that finally a black man was going to speak his mind, speak heavy, and do what he got to do to represent. The people are saying that Neo has folded. This is bad, man. Now people saying he didn't apologize. Which one is it? Which one is it? Did he apologize? Did he not apologize? Which one is it? Maybe we got people trolling in the chat. We're going to have to probably pack up some people. Because if you lying, saying he did apologize and he didn't, then we're going to have to pack you up, get you up on out of here. Because maybe people didn't hear him apologize, or maybe he did and people just don't see it. You know? Somebody, your news says his agent did. I need that info. I need that info sent. If his agent issued an apology, I need that info sent. Well, you know, of course people gonna troll and all of that other stuff. But I'm doing a live stream right now, so obviously it's just a bunch of multitasking. But I'll look up and see if he apologized or whatever the case is. You know, because this would be crazy if he did. You know, let me see. Okay. Neo walks back apology, doubles down on controversial gender identity comments. Neo, let me see. Neo clarifies apology stands confirm. Neo clarifies apology stands firm in his opinion on raising trans children. Neo apologizes for transphobic comments. Neo takes back his apology. So now he takes back his apology. This is crazy. It seems like he must have apologized and then took back his apology. Let me see what's going on. Neo, the So Sick singer said that the original apology came from a publicist's computer before doubled down on his anti-trans rhetoric. So I guess he's saying that came from some publicist or whatever the case is. That didn't come from him. You see? So once again, people have selective hearing. They didn't hear Neo say anything, but it appears as if though a publicist or somebody else, let me see, in a video shared to his Instagram, the So Sick singer said that he won't apologize for having an opinion, claiming that the original apology came from his publicist's computer instead of from him. Neo said that he wanted his fans to know how he actually felt. Now, what this confirms, ladies and gentlemen, is that when you look at these social media platforms, you thinking that these people are running their platform. It's really not. Their publicists have the login information. You understand? So based on what I'm getting, Neo never apologized. You see? he's standing his ground. You see why it's good to always double check, because people say one thing and then it's something else because they have selective hearing. They hear what they want to hear, you know? So as of now, let the record stand that Neo did not apologize. He's standing firm on what he believes. You know? So I'm happy to hear that. I get some message talking about they're not receiving something from YouTube or some nonsense. I don't know what that is. Some weird error. But I'm ending the stream right now anyway, so it ain't nothing. But it's saying something about it's not streaming smooth or whatever the case is. So I don't know if there's any issues on your end, but we're going to talk about the Neo situation. We're going to find a clip or whatever the case is on what he said and talk about it because, you know, I'm just hoping that Neo don't apologize and, you know, stand his ground, even if it affects his career. You know what I mean? Because we need black men to actually stand in the industry and stand against the machine, you know, and just do what they got to do. I'm going to make 100 more shorts later on, you know. I still haven't uploaded all of them yet, you know, but I got a lot that I have to put out there. I'm going to have a lot more content that's going to be published because I have like a plan and a method on how I'm going to do what I do. I'm trying to figure it out because there's ways to improve and do more production in a more faster way. So I'm definitely going to get it together. But we're going to talk about the Neo situation. I'm going to get me something to eat. And then I'm going to come back with that particular stream later on. I don't know what time, so don't expect a time. Just have the video, the notifications on. Even though YouTube don't send out the notifications. Some of y'all get my notifications the next day. In other words, I can go live right now and you'll get a notification the next day from YouTube. It's crazy. You know? But yeah. And also at Don Killuminati, I don't got no beef with you anymore, fam. Ain't no issues. You know what I mean? You know, the other situation that had the other day, you know what I'm saying? I'm just making that publicly clear, you know what I'm saying? We cool, ain't no issue, ain't no drama. You know what I mean? Just want to make sure everything is right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was a misunderstanding, whatever the case is, but I just want to clear the air. You know what I mean? So that's about that with that situation. Cause you know, time is short and we don't really got no time for all this drama and petty stuff and foolishness and buffoonery. It just doesn't even make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that Neo don't fold, because if he stand his ground, you know what I mean? That mean that he's maturing as a man, because maybe he sees something that you never know, fam, because a lot of these guys in the industry, believe it or not, they watch videos from me. They watch videos from New Breed. A lot of these artists, a lot of these guys, believe it or not, they watch our platforms. They watch our platforms and they growing up, they learning. You know? They learning what's going on. So he probably like, look, I see what's happening. I see what they doing. You know what? I'm not going to stand with that community. Now, he's going to get some backlash. Best believe it. They're going to come for him. But are you folks going to back him up? Are y'all going to be there to support him when they come for him? You know? You got to make sure that you supporting the brother when they come for him, because they're going to come for him. You know? Because this is what they do in the industry. And also, a lot of times when people watch these live streams, right, they don't watch it at the beginning point. They're probably 50 or 30 minutes behind. You know, because like when you watching a live stream, you have to click where it says live, right? There's like a little dot around there somewhere. I forgot where it is, but it's like a little red dot. You got to click that. That way you can be at the front of where we're at. Because sometimes people could be listening to the stream and they'll be posting comments in the chat, but they're not up to where we are. You get what I'm saying? It's real weird. Some people, they scroll back and they're listening. So the live chat is doing one thing and they're probably wondering what is everybody's talking about because they're not up to speed with the stream, you know? So again, we're going to be back later and do what we got to do. We're going to talk about the Neo situation and share our commentary on that. And yeah, y'all be safe out there and do what y'all got to do. Stay safe. Keep your eyes open in these streets. Stop the arguments and nonsense amongst yourselves. Try to show a little more compassion and love for your fellow brothers and sisters. Even if, you know, they get out of pocket at times, just try to be a little more long suffering. But don't let it slide, you know what I mean? Learn how to regulate situations privately, not in front of people. If your mom and your dad is still alive, make sure you go call them up. You know, call them up right now. Call them up after the stream and let them know that you love them. Let them know that you're thankful for all they've done for you. And it's something that you should have been doing all your life. Don't wait for them to pass away, because then you're going to regret the time that you could have shared your thoughts. A lot of times people in our lives, they pass away and we weren't really as active as we should have been. And it's like you kind of regret a lot and it eats at you. So if your mom is still alive, if your pops is still alive, visit them and just, hey, yo, pop, what's good? I just came through, see what's up. Let's just have a beer and just talk about a few things, because they're going to be thankful that you even showed up at the house. You know what I mean? Your mom, bring her some flowers. Say, hey, Ma, I love you. Hey, how you doing? That makes their day. That will make their day. Trust me. You know what I mean? And it'll make you feel good when you walk away. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I did what I had to do, because you have to honor thy mother and thy father, that thy days may be long on the earth. You know, my mom is no longer here. But there are some things that I regret. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that I regret. I mean, I ain't have no beef with my mom or nothing like that. At the same time, there's a lot of things that I could have done, like, more as a son. And I didn't have those opportunities to do them the way I wanted to. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to make you to understand is that if your mom and your pops is still here, make sure that you are a little more active. You know what I mean? So like if you had an issue or disagreement with your pops, go clean that mess up right now. Just go over there and just air it out, clean up that mess. Like, yo, pops, I know we had our issues, you know, whatever what it is, you still my pops. It is what it is. My apologies if I disrespected. I know I said some things, kind of clear the air. And then that way when you leave, you showed your pops the respect he deserves. And also it just shows that you have a little more maturity as a young man or a woman. You know what I mean? And do the same thing with your moms. That way you're on good terms. You get what I'm saying? It's very important. Sometimes you got to swallow your pride and your ego and just kind of just do the right thing. You know? Even if people talk about you, you still got to do the right thing. That way you have a good conscience as you go about your way. Right? So that being said, I'm going to get up on out of here. Let me give a few shout outs on this Cash App real quick. And never forget where you came from, fam. Never forget where you came from. Always remember that. Never forget where you came from. If you're doing well, if you're doing good, whatever the case is, always remember your stomping grounds. Always remember the people you were rocking with. Never forget where you came from. Always go back salute the people, always go back. It's something you should do. It kind of reminds you of, this is where I was, and it keeps you grounded. Because a lot of times people have success and they get high-minded, fam. I see people, they get so arrogant and high-minded, and they lose themselves in the success. This is why you never forget where you came from. Always go back and remind yourself of, hey, I used to be with these guys right here. Go back to your stomping grounds and be human. Don't get so high-minded that you forget everybody and you're just too good for everybody. Don't become that person. Right? You gotta understand what I just said right there. Because a lot of people are like that. I'm not that type of person. I'm the type of person I could be, I go visit people. I go say, what's up? Hey, what's going on? This is what I do. You know what I mean? Because that keeps me humble. I don't get to the point where it's like, oh, I'm better than you. Let me crap on you. And I don't do that type of stuff. I do not do that type of stuff because without the Most High, I'm nothing. Only by the Most High's grace, I'm able to be where I'm at, do what I do, enjoy what I do. It's because of the Most High, And I know that he can end all of that whenever he feel like it. So I got to be thankful, and I got to always recognize where I came from. If a lot of people did this, they'll be on good terms. If a lot of these celebrities and rich cats didn't forget where they came from, I mean, think about where the world would be right now. They'll be doing things to help other people to get up that ladder rather than trying to hold them back, So I always try to leave on a positive note. We need more brothers to stick together, work with one another. Even if you don't agree, learn how to clean up shop, do what you got to do. Like I'm going to do a lot of cleaning up even on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like I had different beefs with different content creators, different issues here and there. A lot of videos I made. I'm going to pull all those videos down. I'm going to go do that right now. Like after I finish, I'm going to go clean up shop. You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm trying to do is be an example. You know what I mean? If all of us can be that example of just cleaning up different things little by little by little, right? We're going to make the community, even if you say we don't got a black community, even if it's crazy, it's going to be a better place because, we're doing our part. Not just one of us, but everybody's doing their part. So even if another creator, I guess, don't favor me, it doesn't really matter. They don't have to. But I'm going to do my part to make sure that I'm practicing what I preach. That's what I'm basically saying. So it's not like I'm being a hypocrite, So I'm going to go do a few things behind the scenes, clean up some videos and whatnot, take some things down because it's not necessary anymore. Things happen in the past. The past is the past. We're in a new day. It don't make no sense to carry old luggage and we grown men. So we really shouldn't even be wasting our time with all this petty nonsense, So, yeah, let me give a few shout outs on this Cash App. Shout out to, I believe it's Kevin. Shout out to Kevin for the 1440, for the 1167, and for the 10. Right? Says your videos have helped me grow tremendously. Let me see what else. He said, thanks for sharing knowledge and keeping the game. Let's see. For helping the sisters, even though they don't listen. Appreciate the support, fans sponsoring the shows. You know what I mean? It's really important that people support the work the best they could. You know what I mean? Salute to Derek for the $20 support. 7030 Show. Mr. Womanizer for the $5 support. Shout out to V-Dub Man for the $75 support. All right. Let me see who we got here. Richard, shout out to Richard for the $2 support. Appreciate you, fam. And let me see. Shout out to Kenfolk. Is this the YouTuber? Let me see. Oh, this is the YouTuber. What's good, bro? Shout out to Call Me Kenfolk. He's a content creator on YouTube. Salute to you for the $10 support. Salute to that brother. He have a YouTube channel called Call Me Kenfolk. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you go over there and show that brother support as well. You know what I mean? He put in a lot of work. He talk about all the current topics, all the current events, all the different stories and whatnot. You know what I mean? If any mod is in the building, you know what I mean? If you know the brother's channel, please put it in the chat. That way other people can pretty much find the brother's platform and show some love. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can pull it up because I don't know. Maybe V-Dub is not in the building right now. He think he is, though. Shout out to BK all day for the $9.99. He said got in late, but Tarengo and chat and mods catch you on the next one. Yeah, I'm gonna come back a little later on. But appreciate you for the super chat. Trying to find this brother channel. Let me see if I can go get this link real quick. Let me see. Yeah, because, you know, in these streets, man, a lot of brothers need to support one another, because if we don't support one another, we're never going to make it. You know what I mean? And as content creators, it's not about competition. I'm not competing with none of you brothers. I'm just doing what I got to do. I stay in my lane. I do what I do. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we have to support one another, because the system, let me see. He says, I'm here. I'm going to get the link right now. I'm going to get it. The system don't want us to be successful at what we do. Sometimes they try to stifle the views. You know what I mean? It's just a real mess. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna clean up a lot of the damn nonsense that's going on, because I have to be an example as much as I can. You know what I mean? So here's the brother's channel right here. You know what I mean? You can go over there, show some support, give him a subscribe, get him to 100K. You know what I mean? Because he been putting in work for a minute. And it's all love, you know what I mean? So salute to that brother. So yeah, I'm gonna come back later on. I'm gonna talk about this situation with Neo. Hopefully he stands his ground. He'll be the first guy that I know that pretty much stood his ground, you know? Because a lot of these guys are folding in the industry. You know, they got the clone of whatchamacallit, Jamie out here apologizing. You know, it's really crazy, man. I'm not apologizing for nothing, fam. I'm not apologizing for nothing unless I did something wrong. If I did something wrong, then yeah, I'll apologize. But if I speak on a topic and it's very dear to me, I'm not apologizing to no community, bro. I'm not doing that, because then the people gonna look at me and be like, yo, you crazy. Why you apologizing for? You know? I mean, think about this. Jamie the clone, right? Why did he apologize if he didn't do nothing wrong? It makes no sense. You know? It makes no sense. Why they always doing this? Why they always got us on our knee apologizing? It makes no sense at all, fam. So, yeah, I'm going to get up on out of here. And again, make sure y'all go support Call Me Ken Folk YouTube channel. Make sure y'all go over there, show some support. You know what I mean? Check out his content. You know, a lot of interesting content, up-to-date information, stuff you can learn from. And that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? It's all about supporting one another. This is what we have to do in these YouTube streets, especially amongst black men. You know, like we got to really clear the air and end all beef, like all disagreements amongst black men. Like literally, it needs to be done. Like once and for all. You know what I mean? Like all the drama and BS, like end it. And just focus on content. Just focus on content. That's it. End the beef, focus on content. Because we're in the same war. And the thing is, they got us divided. And that situation that happened at that dock where they saved that brother, that was real unity right there. So imagine if all these brothers, you know, even if you don't agree on certain things, you can still have a level of respect. Like I'm not a Muslim, but I got a lot of Muslim viewers. I got people that support me that are Muslims, that practice Islam. I rep the Bible. I follow the Most High. But we still have a mutual respect. You see what I'm saying? So as men, we really got to mature. And that's something that I strive to do. Mature and be better and be an example. Even if you don't have to we don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to agree on everything. I'm not talking about singing Kumbaya and singing songs. We don't have to agree on everything, but you got to have a mutual respect. That's the foundation. Can we agree on that? Just a mutual agreement of respect. Because that's all you really want. Every one of you brothers, y'all all want the same thing, respect. And when we feel disrespected, we go off on people. That's what we do. So if we're all showing respect, then everybody gonna be cool. Right? Gotta be on code. That's the bottom line. Be on code. You know? So hey, I'm gonna be back later, man. I'm gonna be back later, so y'all take care. It is what it is, right? Shout out to DeMarco for the $3 support on the Cash App. Yeah. All right, y'all. So I'm going to get up on out of here. I'm going to be back later on with the video about Neo. Again, if anybody got that video clip, just send it to me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw, or maybe I'll just find it with a Google search on YouTube. But I want to cover that particular topic and kind of break it down, see where it's going, and then talk about the situation. Because I'm a father, so, you know, those situations is very important to talk about. You know what I mean? And probably over the weekend, we're going to do the live show about the book that I said that I ordered. It's a book that is targeting your children. Very, very disgusting book. I can't believe they're reading this to kids. You know, they're targeting kids, fam. They really are trying to change your children, fam. It's crazy. I'm disgusted by this book. I had to order it in order to read it to show you, you know, but we're going to take care of that over the weekend. We're going to talk about that. And, yeah. So, hey, again, call up your mom, call up your dad, tell them you love them, and have a beer with your pops and just tell them, hey, pops, you know, I just wanted to say, hey, you know, it is what it is about that situation. He'll understand. You know what I mean? He'll understand. You don't got to get too emotional about it. Men are men. We understand when we see another brother trying to repent. We recognize that. You know what I mean? So just do that, and you'll feel better about yourself. So everybody take care. Peace and blessings to the mods, everybody that rock with the platform, everybody that support the platform. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. It's very important that you do that. And I'll see you later. That's about it. Ringo TV Reactions. I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.